Hey everyone, my name is Shawn Thomas, and thanks so much for watching my story. It's an honor to share my testimony with everybody, and I hope it's a blessing for you guys. I'm actually not going to share a story about my conversion, but something that took place years afterward. Basically, to kind of set the table, I grew up in the church. I was always kind of like the God kid. I was in the youth group, I was in the choir, and doing all this stuff. And it was great. I had a great family and upbringing and everything like that. But early on in my life, I learned how to put up masks or put up walls and barriers in order to present the good God kid kind of persona. And even at home, even though there was struggle, there was real hardships and often turmoil, that was all kept very quiet and behind the scenes. So no one knew the hardships and the struggles that I would go through with my family, but they would see kind of this God persona, this kind of, oh, he's a good church kid. And so that was kind of my process for most of my life through high school and after graduation. Then when I was in college, I was about 23 or 24 at the time, there was a 6-month time period where 4 of my family members actually passed away in quick succession. And it was a real hard time for my family and I. It was very sad, but the most difficult part is that when some of these people passed away, it actually brought to light some deep baggage within my family. What we were always able to keep private and keep under wraps behind this facade actually started to leak into the public, and there came a point where we just couldn't hide stuff anymore, and it was very messy and embarrassing and awkward, and I was like, I can't keep this facade up. It was at that point where I realized that I could either kind of keep this family tradition going of putting up a facade or wearing a mask to block kind of the turmoil going on inside, or I could walk through that. And what I was able to do, I was able to seek out just really good, godly people who just poured into my life, and they were able to walk with me through this process of vulnerability and breaking down these walls and just really dealing with the difficult turmoil inside. And it was a beautiful process, although a painful process and a very hard and scary process, right? Sometimes it's safe to be like, okay, I'm here. I don't have to, rah! This is very vulnerable. But that was the very thing that was just a breakthrough for me to go deeper into my faith and just have a real richness, not only with my relationship with God and an honesty with my relationship with God, but also with fellow believers. And not only did the church help me to push past that, but then I was able to help others and pour into them as they process their vulnerability, and just learned how to create sacred spaces for people to just have breakthrough. And so it was just a really sweet time of God showing me that He cared more about what was inside, even the messiness, that as I walked through the process of breaking it down, He filled my cup, and the emptiness that might have been there behind the wall was actually filled by His Spirit even more abundantly. And so that was just a very powerful time in my life, and I just want to encourage you guys with that even if we have baggage behind whatever facade that we're putting up or mask, that God wants to penetrate deep and let that stuff out so that He can just do a more full and greater work in us. God bless you guys.